Hi, I'm here to introduce the background on Foursquare and the history about it also. Foursquare is a ball game of 4 players on a square court divided into quadrants. The objective of the game is to pass the ball amongst each other and try to eliminate each other and try to get the highest rank in the court. And this is done by when the ball is bounced in another player's quadrant and he cannot touch the ball or pass it to another player's quadrant, which means he'll be eliminated. It is very popular in elementary schools and it requires little equipment, almost barely any setup. All you need is you, 3 friends, square court, and a ball. There's not that much history on the subject, but the little that it is, I will inform. Foursquare dates back to at least the 1950s. A game called Foursquare is mentioned in the papers at least as far back as the 1950s, although the rules were not really explained back then. Not yet. Foursquare is described as the same rules as with today, but in the 1950s, a teacher's manual of the game is known as King in Sweden. So Foursquare was worldwide. A lot of people knew how to play it, and it was big back then. Really bland and big. Now about Foursquare, there is championships set up and competitors from all around the world come to perform in these events. And yeah, a lot of people love Foursquare, and if you ever get a time to try it, you should too. This is the history about Foursquare.
Stay in your square. Ball can only bounce once in your square. No teams.
I think I do need a hip replacement. I'm not even kidding.
No catching the ball, no carrying. Don't bounce the ball in your own square. Aim to bounce. Slap ball into the other player's squares, not at the player. Hitting the ball in your own square or out of bounds results in a dead ball. Failure to keep ball in play moves you to the designated number 4 spot on the playing field. Ball must touch your square before you make contact with the ball. The designated slot number 1 must always serve. May only use hands to make contact with the ball. No feet, no forearms, no stalling the ball with your body. The order of succession will be to the designated slot number 4 to 3, then 2 to 1. For those starting the game, paper, scissors, rock must be played to determine the initial placement of the players on the 4 to 1 slots. Winner of the game will be slot number 1. Losers of all games under will be number 4. Then winner of intermediating game will be number 2, and loser of that game will be number 3. Alright, so I'm going to go over 3 tactics for offense in Foursquare. And the first one is snake eyes, and that's when you look at a player's square, but hit it into another player's square. The second tactic I will go over is another fake, and it's where you act like you're going to hit the ball hard, but you actually lightly hit it. And for the third tactic, you should use your palm when you're hitting the ball into another player's square because it gives you more control since it's a harder surface and more power. Now I'll be going over 3 defensive tactics. And the first one is making sure you keep your hips open to all 3 of the opponent's squares so you're ready to receive the ball from anywhere. And then for the second tactic, you're going to want to keep your hands up, both hands, so you're ready to use both in any way. And then for the last tactic, all you're going to want to do is make sure you stay in what they call an athletic stance, which is low and on your toes.
Alright, first up, drills. Get 2 tennis balls and a partner for later. You're going to need them. So, first up, we're going to have hand-eye coordination wall balls. You're going to take your 1 tennis ball and you're going to throw it up with 1 hand and catch it on coming back with the other. You're going to do this repetitively, switching hands every time. This is obviously going to be working on your hand-eye coordination so you can practice, so anytime the ball starts coming towards your square, you're ready for the next round up. If you ever lose it, just pick it up, do it again. Up next is 90-degree burpees. This is part of our warm-up. You drop down, do your burpee. When you come back up, you're going to circle 90 degrees, preferably in a larger space, and mix it up every time. Right here, as you can see, I'm just dropping, going down into a push-up position, coming back up, and shifting 90 degrees. Up next would be dribble drills. As it is, you're going to be dribbling a tennis ball. This is just to work on being able to slap the ball, try to figure out the patterns of where the ball is going to go, and just look at it. As you can see, I'm not the best with it. I lose the ball a couple times, but you got to keep it up. The more you keep it up, the better you're going to get at it. Up next is wall to floor and back. Basically the same as hand-eye coordination wall balls, except this time you're bouncing it off the wall so it hits the ground, and now you got to do lower catches. Again, switching hands, and preferably with no obstructions. Lastly, reaction drops. You're going to have your partner for this. They're going to drop a ball, and you're only allowed to let the ball drop and hit the floor once. Do not let it bounce twice. As you can see here, grab it, toss it back up, let them go. Point is, you're not going to know which ball they're dropping, so you got to be quick, fast. To make it harder, go down to a push-up position. Don't lie on your chest, you just got to hold the plank position and catch it from there. You can't see their hands at all, and you have zero clue which is dropping first. Just be ready, don't let it bounce twice.
The pectoralis major will be used when you reach for the ball with your arm. The external oblique is used for when you reach for a low ball with your body. The quadriceps will be used to squat for a ball out of reach or in an uncomfortable position. The deltoids are normally used when reaching for higher bounced balls or when spiking. The teres major is used when a ball is behind you and you reach for it backwards. The gastrocnemius is used when you must jump for a ball moving fast within your square. Triceps are used primarily to spike the ball into other players' squares. The finger extensors and brachioradialis is used to direct the ball with the wrist.